Yo, what is good, my Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family? And I have to say, I'm a little restless right now. Those who are part of the community, the CF community, the Coin Factory community here, would have known that I was awakened last night around 4 a.m. where I was at to a mass flash crash in the market, with Kaspa retracing down 30 to 40%, going as far down as 7.3 cents on the daily time frame. And on some other exchanges, it went down to 5 cents. We're going to get to that in a moment as well. This was a possibility that we highlighted yesterday. I was right and I was also wrong. I did highlight in our stream yesterday that with the ongoing tariffs and with the stock market due to open up today, we could expect to see more downside. Bitcoin potentially retracing back to 92k, and it did. Bitcoin came down aggressively yesterday, or last night even, coming down from roughly 97k down to 92k, seeing a 6% correction on the daily time frame earlier. But what actually ended up happening as well, you saw all alts got obliterated, all altcoins. And Kaspa was one of the worst. And the reason why Kaspa was one of the worst and got obliterated the most is because sub 10 cents, there is very, very few levels of support. Kaspa made a jump from 5 to 15 cents here. And we've seen level of support here around 10 and around 9 cents. But below that, there aren't many levels of support here for Kaspa. You got one down here, which is just around 7 cents or 8 cents, where it came down slightly further. You got one again around here, 7 cents. But they are very small margins. So ultimately, when most other projects here came down 15, 20%, all of them crashing, Kaspa came down over 30%. Because we don't have much support areas below 9 cents. Now, we're going to get into the whole reasons why. I'm sure many people are confused or concerned, possibly. I know there was definitely a lot of fear, if you will, in my community, in the market of Kaspa. I'm sure many people are feeling hard done by it, because Kaspa again has been consolidating in the zone for over a year now, and now we've seen it come down very, very far. My hearts go out to everybody who got their trade liquidated, their longs liquidated. The silver lining here is Kaspa's already making a strong recovery back up to 11 cents again, regaining all of this capitulation earlier. But there is still an aftermath. There's still an aftermath. So we're going to get into the whole reasons why it happened, the good updates, the bad and the ugly. So this is a very, very important stream. We saw a flash crash, something we predicted could happen, but I didn't expect it to come down to this extent. Looking back on it now, I mean, I highlighted the possibility, but I didn't think it'd come down as far as 7 cents. I thought maybe 9 or 8. So we'll get into the whole reasons why, as always. To stay informed, stay up to date in real time, come join the free community. And if you enjoy these streams, we're giving you daily updates. Leave a like, show your friends, subscribe for more. And amongst the whole fear and uncertainty and FUD this stream will have to cover the important updates, we do have some FOMO for you, because I know you guys love the FOMO. And you want to be given some form of reason to still believe in Kaspa. And I've got some FOMO for you. And I do believe that it will come to fruition. So, welcome back everybody to Quick Crypto, to the Coin Factory, to this community. What's up, Crazy World? Diamond Hands, welcome back, my man. Bingo Bango to you too. Welcome back. Nessie, I'm crying all day. I bought 1 day before the dip. Yeah, and that was a very reoccurring thing many people in my community had as well. I know some people ended up buying a few days beforehand. And, well, yeah. It's really hard to predict these markets. Again, if we all knew where the markets were going to go, we'd all be millionaires right here, right now. We don't. That's why we're still here. But for me, Casper is still one that I have a strong conviction that it will do very well in the future. That's why I'm holding it long term. This flash crash was disastrous. Of course it was. But for me, it didn't affect me too greatly. Why? Because my outlook on this market, on Casper, is still the same. Someone said in my community yesterday, Jay's a great YouTuber, but his $2 prediction for Casper is just way too outlandish. And I have no problems with that comment whatsoever. No problems at all. You're welcome to say as you will. And I appreciate being called a good YouTuber. I do like that. I think I do quite a good job here. My response to that statement, while completely valid and entitled to say that much, I still think $2 is not too far-fetched. That's only a $50 billion market cap. And we are seeing so many sources I'm going to get into in a moment that suggest that we're going to see still a lot higher highs in this crypto sector, and equally with Casper. And because I'm holding Casper long term and I'm not trading Casper, the trades that I had ongoing, I got liquidated. Thankfully, some of them I did take out and put the stablecoins in anticipation of this, which again, I did say in my community and in my private live streams, even then sometimes on these live streams as well, that if you're a little bit unsure right now, it may be worth just holding stablecoins and getting out of the markets. I definitely state that to members of the community here, the executives here, those who are feeling unsure of the market, try and hold stablecoins as opposed to the actual assets, because there's too much FUD right now. That's why we temporarily we've halted the meme coin trading as well. But again, some of my trades were liquidated as well. But with Casper, for me, it was perfectly fine. And in fact, as I'm sure many of us have done in this community as well, we decided to buy in this dip because this was a premium opportunity. I mean, again, I got woken up to an alert, and while I spent half an hour trying to create a response and an announcement to the community about what's happening right now and my thoughts on it, took me a while because again I was half asleep. I decided to buy a bit more of the dip as well, because again, for me, Casper, nothing's changed. The dip happened because there's no support below 9 cents, but it's already come back up almost to 11 cents again. Currently, Casper's down 6.3% on the daily time frame, valued now at 10.82 cents. We have had a massive wick down, but this was an anomaly, an unforeseen circumstance. Potentially, you could argue a black swan. Tariffs, this trade war has caused some fallbacks, and there's actually more reasons as well as to why the market's in disarray right now. I'm going to get into all of that in this stream. But I still think there's more upside to come. Clayton Green, I bought a dip. Good man. Love to hear that. Johnny Tackle Outdoors, hold up for dear life, you know it. Was able to buy at $0.8, so 8 cents. That's great. Love to hear that. 10 cents on Life Grab as well. Yeah, 10 cents. Even then, frankly, again, if you look at the power law right now, Casper's 65% undervalued. For me, Casper's still a very, very good opportunity to buy more. Again, I understand that your conviction's wavering. Although in saying that, CoinMarketCap still has Casper as the most bullish project in the top 100. And there's still much more to come for Casper this cycle. This flash crash was an anomaly. A sort of black swan event, something that we really couldn't predict to this level of extent. If Casper had come down and stayed going down, then yes, you have a reason to be more worried. But the fact that the it's already regained all of its lost capital, its lost price, Bitcoin's gone above 100k again, which is a very good thing, because that means a lot of I'm going to showcase as well right now. If you look at the liquidation heat map here, there were so many leverages around 100k, and they've all just been liquidated now. So this could potentially now be a sign that Bitcoin's going to start making a run up back towards 105k again. And we refresh the page here, we can look at the liquidation heat map for Bitcoin right now. This is on Binance Exchange, by the way. Binance Bitcoin USDT liquidation heat map, we can see is blown past this, this volume here. So, and there's not much in terms of volume preventing it from going up more. So once we see, if we break above 102k Bitcoin, we'll likely see it go up to 105k again. So again, Bitcoin's doing very well, hence why the majority of the market started to recover a little bit. Of course, many alts are still bleeding. Casper again is one of them. But hopefully we can hold properly above 10 cents. For what's coming for Casper this cycle, again, I'll get into all of that in a moment, which is very bullish. I think we'll end up seeing Casper make a very big run up again still in February. I still think February is going to be a bullish month for Casper. I know you probably are losing conviction, but I'll give you a reason I'll give you my reasoning on why you should hopefully believe. Again, not financial advice, do your own research. But I still believe Casper's going to do very well this month, February. There were a few people who grabbed at 0.2 because Coinplex manipulated down to those levels. Yeah, Coinplex is one of the key exchanges we need to address in this stream. That's something that someone asked me in my community, that there's actually been some delisting on Coinbase, on CoinX with Kaspa margin trading. And we're going to get into that in this stream as well. Alyssa, welcome back. I scooped a bit up at 7 cents. Great stuff. Love to hear that. Your conviction staying short. You know what? Truth be told, so far while I still get to the stream, all I've seen for the most part is I haven't seen much in terms of people fudding Kaspa. It's actually just been, oh, that's really frustrating, but I bought all the dip. That is great. That is actually fantastic to hear. That the community is still so strong and still believes in Kaspa. They understand that this is not a problem with Kaspa, it's a problem with the markets. What's up, Letterman man? Welcome back to the stream to you too. Rule Britannia, I bought at $8 earlier. Lovely sell though. January sales. I thought January sales were over. Yeah, this is honestly, if you think of Call of Duty, it's a fire sale right now. How quickly it happened and how massively it dropped. Dirt cheap. You know, that if anyone who bought down a dip here, you're living life. Yesterday I bought a dip but kept dipping. I mean, yeah. Yesterday's market was last night's market even was not unforeseeable per se, but it was much more explosive and much more drastic than we had anticipated. But at the end of the day, as much as it kept on dipping, think about it this way: give yourself 4 months, 5 months, or peak of the cycle. Let's just say November, December time for argument's sake, and Kaspa reached, let's hope, $2 as my prediction. Buying down here and it keep dipping, or buying down here, the actual bottom, or even buying up here when it reaches $2, what does it matter? In the grand scheme of things, I keep desaying into Kaspa because I do believe it is a golden opportunity to make more money. Personally, again, not financial advice. What's up, DD? Welcome back, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. A gift from God today, my man. Just what are the 2K Kaspa? We are all blessed. Great to hear, Anthony. Keep up that bag building. Also heard a rumor Kaspa trading suspended on uphold, drain the Kaspa reserves. I have not heard that, but I will not be surprised. A lot of the trading on many exchanges have been, halted due to this whole liquidation event. I had to cancel my Lambo order. It's all good, Abe, my man. I'm sure that Lambo's going to be back on your watch list very, very soon. Good afternoon, Buffalo 3. Hope you're doing very, very well. And everybody else in the stream, I'll get to more of the questions in just a moment. But let's get into the actual nitty-gritty bits of the news then, shall we, to understand what's happening in this market. So, first thing important to note. Go to this part here from Scape Squad. Exec exchange apparently has been rugged. Kaspa community, please be careful on exchanges, especially right now. Their website won't let you log in. Telegram is deleted. Team vanished. Hopefully they resolve this, but it's not looking good. Not your keys, not your crypto. This is something that I'm going to post in my community, a warning, potentially scam alert as well. And this is again why I reiterate time and time again, not your keys, not your crypto. You hopefully should be having a cold storage or hardware wallet, whether it be OneKey, whether it be Tangent, whether it be Ledger. Because if you hold your crypto on exchanges, there's always a liability that you've lost your Kaspa due to this whole event. Again, exec, if you held it on exec, stuff is not looking good right now. And the reason why seemingly has been addressed here from exec themselves. Dear users, in this hard time, our CEO was hacked and he lost Telegram account and exec community group. Beside that, we still don't know details about it. So right now they have been hacked. Again, all of this happened conveniently all at the same time. Disastrous to say the least. Also, what is important in this moment is that we succeeded to lock down wallets so funds are safe. So the silver lining here is those who are on exec, if you are, while right now it seems to be, as Scapegoat highlighted, a rug, they're not contacting anybody, they've locked down the wallet so they are safe. Again, have to wait and see. Or you could just keep doing, I guess, is just keep hounding them and just say, give me access to my wallet. But so far, it looks like the reason why they've locked it down due to the crash that happened right now and because the CEO was hacked. But this is also the inherent problem when you're trying to hold crypto on exchanges, especially ones that are less regulated than the likes of Coinbase and Kraken and them ones. Problem with logins is still there due to the fact that we disconnected database from the network, and we will go in the background to examine everything. Next news will be more detailed after we get a wider picture. So right now they're going through the backlogs to try and figure out how to fix the current issue with exec. That's one of the fallouts from this market. Market maker update: Binance sent hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto to Wintermute to force capitulation. So Binance, this is again, those who are wondering what was the reason for yesterday's capitulation, it was the big money, the whales, whether it be exchanges, whether it be Wall Street. Binance, for example, they sent tens of millions of dollars in crypto to Wintermute to force this massive pullback in the market, and exchanges followed in suit. They all followed in suit. You can see here the amounts of crypto that are sent from Binance to Wintermute. Even Coinbase sent off some off as well, but to Wintermute, and it caused the market to collapse. And they would have been one of many exchanges, I'm sure, all doing this at the same time. We saw $2.3 billion liquidated from the crypto market in the past 24 hours. This was the single largest liquidation event in the history of these markets, beating COVID and FTX. And you want to know why that is crazy? Because Bitcoin only went from 97k to 92k. Of course, the majority of the correction and the bleeding came through altcoins. But we just witnessed a flash crash, which was, by statistically speaking, more severe than FTX, one of the worst crashes in history, and COVID. Last night we saw one of the worst crashes in history. And right now, while many that's the inherent risk as well with trading, especially if you're using leverage as well, because you lose a hell of a lot more money. A lot of people who are trading, they got liquidated last night and they're bleeding. So the largest liquidation event in history, and yet after all of that, Bitcoin's now back up to over 100k. So when you look at the wider picture, if you're trading again, yes, I'm sure you've been hit hard. I apologize on behalf of, I guess just on behalf of everyone, I guess, that you had to go through that. But as it stands right now, the market has seemingly already recovered and is recovering. This, again, want to highlight that there's still potential for more downside. The market's still very, very unsure, but it's made a quick recovery already. The big players are manipulating the market to try and shake you out of your bag to make you lose conviction so they can screw up more for themselves and make money for themselves. Again, unless you are the Warren Buffetts of the world and you've got trillions or, ample amount of capital to where you can affect the markets, all you can do is be a fish swimming along with the whales. Follow the money. Don't be emotional, be logical, and follow the money. There's two most important quotes that I constantly reiterate in my streams. The big money, the exchanges, Wall Street, whales, they are the ones that are pushing these markets and letting it move as they deem it. All you can do is follow along in suit. So one of the worst liquidation events in history, beating COVID and FTX, happened last night. And we can see here, part of the reason as well is due to what happens with exchanges as well. Here we can see Ben Zhao, the CEO of Bybit, stated, "I'm afraid that today's real total liquidation is a lot more than $2 billion. By my estimation, it should be at least around $8 to $10 billion. So ultimately, which Cody highlighted in my community as well, and I'm going to get the post up about it, just so I can read along. So Cody made a post about so Cody made a post about it where basically the price, basically the exchanges, they aren't being transparent enough. So they highlighted 2 billion got liquidated, but actually it was 8 to 10 billion. So therefore, a lot of the price that happens is not actually on chain. It's private. So a lot more got liquidated than we actually are aware of. A hell of a lot more. Look, it says it was only 2.2 billion, but it was actually 8 to 10 billion that got liquidated from exchanges. That is part of the problem. Again, the exchanges, not all exchanges, if any of them, are being completely transparent with, all the trading ongoing right now. Because some of it is always going to happen, in the private pools, if you will. And the reason for the crashes, so as it stands right now, we've seen the market go through a bit of a correction over the past few days. On February 1st, or January 31st going to February 1st, we start seeing it correcting. That was just, again, it being at a peak, starting to correct. But it was also due to a number of factors. One of it was due to the fact that Trump did announce military action, which we can see here. And we know what war does for markets. And then the most recent one, of course, is regarding the ongoing trade war. So Trump has been in office for a little over 2 weeks now, and he has been busy. To say the least, better or worse, he has been very, very busy. Trump yesterday or recently implemented 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, 10% on China, and also disclosed his plans to put tariffs on the European Union and potentially 100% tax on the BRICS alliance, which is over 30 nations. So right now, again, we may see it get worse before it gets better. A reporter asked Trump, what does Canada and Mexico need to do for you to lift the tariffs? And Trump replied saying they need to balance out their trade. They're going to stop people from pouring into our country because we have stopped it. They haven't. They haven't stopped it at all. They've got to also stop the fentanyl. Fentanyl's killed at least 200,000 people this year. Now, of course, Canada have replied to Trump by launching tariffs themselves on America. To which Trump has responded by this saying, we don't actually need Canada for anything. We have more energy than they do. Why are we willing to lose $200 billion per year to them? We don't need them. So, and that's part of the issue for Canada as well, why this could get worse before it gets better as well, because Trump is just slapping his massive personality on the table saying, we're a bigger economy than you guys. We can do what we want. You have to either listen to us or you're going to suffer the consequences for it. And in that regard as well, the threat has become a reality. Many more are going to suffer from this as well. And Mexico understand they cannot compete. So Mexico have already had a conversation with Trump, and the president, Claudia, she has already agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers to the border, separating Mexico and the United States. So whereas Trump was saying, we've stopped it, they need to stop it, Mexico have now taken action to now they're going to try and stop and, solve their issue on their behalf. That's why Trump has now announced that for the time being, they're going to pause tariffs. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for a 1-month period during which we will have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and so on and so forth. So now there's going to be a 1-month pause on the tariffs from Mexico, which is also part of the reason why the market's recovered. Trade war and, of course, actual war is partly what is the reason why the market's collapsed right now. And Mexico have now come out and said, okay, we will now stop the border. We'll put our own troops in there to try and stop people crossing the border as well, which is also what's alleviated some of the FUD. The market's recovered as well. That's part of the reason. Of course, the whales ones who caused the market to crash. If you looked at my stream yesterday, you would have seen that the people who were selling last night, of course, big money did sell in the end as well, but people who were selling predominantly, I haven't retweeted for some reason, but it was predominantly the retail side of things. Exchanges weren't selling. It was retail that was selling. So right now, Bitcoin's made a nice recovery, which is great to see. It's good to see Bitcoin in a recovery, up 4.4% right now. As I mentioned earlier, at the beginning of this stream, after breaking 100k, it would have liquidated a lot of shorts that happened around 100k. If it can break 102k, it will be arguably quite a straight run towards 105k, with not much volume being there. And with what we're seeing right now, we could hopefully end up seeing it start to make a push and break above new all-time highs. This could have been a flash crash to allow the exchanges to build up more and then just start letting the market rally more so. And the reason why the market will rally is because Trump, again, and America, seemingly they're still very bullish on crypto. Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, reportedly is going to be holding a press conference tomorrow to discuss how to secure America as the leader in the digital asset ecosystem. So put crypto first. Elon Musk has answered yes when asked if the US Treasury should be put on blockchain to stop fraud and corruption. blockchain is going to become an integral part of all financial systems and all, infrastructure. Coinbase has now received regulatory approval to launch crypto services in the United Kingdom, which is very bullish as well. And Trump also recently signed an executive order to create a sovereign wealth fund. Now, for those who don't understand what this means, basically, imagine imagine America, therefore, they have a lot of extra money. Instead of just letting it sit in their bank accounts, they decide to invest it to generate more wealth for the future, which is what banks basically do anyway. But Trump's now signing an executive order to create a sovereign wealth fund, which then means they can invest into stocks, bonds, real estate, private equity, infrastructure, product, you name it. Because of where crypto's at right now, best believe this sovereign wealth fund will also include the investment into the crypto market as well. Now, these SWF, sovereign wealth funds, they can have many benefits, like reducing reliance on a single source of income. So for America, it would be oil. It can also help create future generational wealth. It could also allow them to use education and use the investments to then fund the country more so increase the education side of things, healthcare, public services, all that sort of stuff. Again, we have to wait to see if Trump actually does that and if he's doing it for his own personal gain. Again, we cannot attest to that until we see it. But there is other downsides, of course, which is this is influencing investment decisions and economic trends. So this here will end up massively influencing the markets. If they decide to get into crypto, which I think they will do with the sovereign wealth fund, it will have more manipulation on the crypto market. Everything we've got to play by ear right now. It's a very uncertain time. We are seeing a lot of FUD. We saw a lot of disastrous things happening last night. A lot got liquidated, worse than FTX and COVID. And a lot of exchanges a lot of the numbers again have been fabricated. It's actually worse than we predicted. It says 2 billion here, but Bybit actually says no, it's more about 8 to 10 billion. So it's actually worse than that. And we see currently America's, launching missiles in Israel. Or at least they're launching missiles in the Middle East. They're implementing tariffs. So there's a trade war going on right now. And the biggest issue regarding that as well is Canada's replied and they're fighting back. And they're going to probably lose. Mexico's working with America, which is good. And that's also why they're fighting to turn. But also the problem is China still has not responded yet. At least to my knowledge. China's not responded. Therefore, China's the second largest economy in the world. They hold a lot of weight in these markets. Depending on what they say, could cause another pullback or the market to start flourishing more so. So we're still not out of the woods yet. We still potentially got some more downsides. So again, don't be emotional, be logical, do your own research and be very vigilant right now. And follow the money. This is why macro is so important. Of course, we could all just look at the Kaspa news and be great to know what's coming to Kaspa and what's not coming to Kaspa. But macro is so important to help you understand where the market's going to go. And this is all information that we're trying to reiterate and help educate people in the community here, the free community here, where we got people who are ultimately coming together to try and learn more and more together. And then even the members who are part of the executive community here, where we're trying to actively teach people more so and help more so into building your education understanding of the markets, trends, what it may be, and again, information provided in there, which suggests heavily that this market is still not over, that we still got a lot more upside. Institutional research papers that suggest that we have still got so much more bullish momentum to come in this cycle, that we could still see some more downside, but ultimately AI and crypto is still going to go so much higher. So we've provided that through weekly live streams, also information, and we provide a lot more in there. The WAP page here, if you want to know more, by all means come check it out. We're slowly growing bit by bit, and if you just want to have a look around and check it out and see if it's up for you, then by all means come join the 7-day free trial period going on right now. You can join for free, and if you don't like it, by all means cancel, that's fine, but if you like what you see, it's only $49.99. And if you join now, before we increase the price, you'll be grandfathered in at $49 for the rest of your life. 7-day free trial, come check it out. We provide a lot in there right now. We've holded the trades, but we've seen a lot of very profitable trades in the past. We saw MLG make a 6x, and I'm still holding this, and it's still holding strong. This one I've already got out of. We all of us got out of this already, but this was a 6.5x. Our biggest gain was a 25x here. And there's so much more provided in there, so by all means come check it out. Links in the description, chat, also on my YouTube homepage right here as well. So that is ultimately covering the the news in the market right now, the macro side of things, the liquidation, how much it was, how bad it was, and actually how much it truly was, which is a lot more than they actually are publicly stating. What's happening, the reason for the correction, which is again due to Trump and what he's doing in the current global economy right now regarding the trade war and also actual war. And again, there's still a lot of uncertainties right now. China's an uncertainty. European Union is still going to happen likely, but it's still an uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen and what the reaction will be to it. So again, the markets are recovering, but it could still see some more downside before you see a lot higher highs. So I have to play it by ear and wait and see. But again, these last posts here prove to all of us that there's still a lot of very bullish sentiment on making crypto go higher and higher. And again, institutional documents are provided to the executives showcase that in more abundance. Actual research paper from like the KPMG, for example, one of the big 4 accounting firms in the world, highlighting that we still got a lot more to come in this space. And also the information provided from KPMG are able to attest and correlate to what Kaspa's building as well regarding AI. The big news coming to AI and how Kaspa could be a very crucial part for AI's growth as well. So again, that's in the community there. If you want to find out more, again, links already in the chat description on my homepage. But crypto still got a lot more coming for it. And this is the sort of adoption we're going to see coming through more and more. And Kaspa, we're going to talk about now the bad news of Kaspa, what happened to it. But ultimately, Kaspa, I think, still going to come back better from this as well. So a bit more of the bad and the ugly before we get into the good for you, my Kaspa family. Kaspa Silver puts it here, seriously, if you thought yesterday was the time to sell your Kaspa, you are not ready to be in this market. And, love or hate the man, I love Kaspa Silver, and I think he's completely right. Again, I don't trade Kaspa. I trade other projects, and I got liquidated a little bit last night, but I bought the dips. On the projects for Kaspa, I only spot trade. So this is obviously a big pullback, and it was a bit of a shock, but it didn't bother me because, again, I've not sold, so I haven't lost money. If anything, I bought the dips, so if anything, I'm going to make money because I've got now a better average. If you cannot handle the volatility, you don't deserve the enormous reward this market could bring depending on what you hold. Nothing has changed. Fundamentals are stronger than ever. Research Kaspa. Wintermute and market manipulators laughing at those who panic sold their bags. That's the truth of the matter. The big money, they don't care about you. They don't care, not in the slightest. They're the ones that send the market tanking down, Kaspa in particular, because they could send Kaspa going down low as well because it's got no level of support below it. Send it down to 7 cents, in some cases even lower than that. And look where Kaspa's already back up to 10, 11 cents. It was a flash crash to get you scared, but nothing's changed with Kaspa at all. Kaspa is the most undervalued coin on the market right now. The price is often not the best indicator of value. As proven, the hash rate for Kaspa is truly a testament to what Kaspa's building and how strong the project is. Still hovering strong at around 1.5 EH. That's 1,500 petahash per second. If you go back to last year, we were sitting around 100. We've seen a 15x or 10x, even a 10x in hash rate in the span of a year. That's excessive. And we've seen a lot of call-off period recently as well. The holders right now, the website has not been updated yet, so we can't really find out how many holders are actually there right now. But the people are still holding strong for Kaspa as well. We saw a lot of, all these exchanges right now, the money's just gone from it. Amid the chaos, 3 things remain constant for Kaspa: strong fundamentals, continuous innovation, and a passionate community. And Mexi and many other exchanges have already gone back to up to 12 cents, so we've seen a massive recovery already. And then to get into the post I made about earlier, and again asked my community regarding CoinX. CoinX, they have been hit hard. Something wild just happened at CoinX for Kaspa spot trading. During the recent market-wide dump, the flash crash, Kas USDT plummeted to an unbelievable 0.005. 5 cents. That is ridiculously low. Actually, tell a lie, it was even lower than that. So we saw on CoinX, at least according to this post here, we saw a flash crash where it went from its 11 cents region down to half a cent before then making a quick recovery back up to 7. cents again. The CoinX went down to half a cent. This is an all-time low. The main addresses dropped from 8 million Kaspa to just 140,000 Kaspa. 8 million to 140,000, they lost so much. So as a result, therefore, CoinX made an announcement 10, 11 hours ago. Dear CoinX users, we are now delisting Cash USDT, margin trading pair. So the spot trading pair Kaspa is still up there, but they've disabled margin trading pair. Why? Because they haven't got enough Kaspa in their balance sheets anymore. They lost too much of it from this whole crash. So you can't leverage trade Kaspa using a multiplier on Kaspa anymore. And I understand why they're doing this as well, because the chances are from here, Kaspa is going to continue rising. Again, not financial advice, but in the long side of things, again, I'm not trading Kaspa, and I'm not advising, because I'm not an advisor. You trade or don't trade Kaspa. It's up to you. But chances are, Kaspa's in a very strong position right now. After this crash right now, Kaspa's still holding, it's come back up and holding between this zone right here. Kaspa can still come down. Of course, there's always a possibility of such. But in the long-term side of things, and I'm talking next few months, even potentially this month, which I'll get into in a moment, Kaspa, I think, is likely to start seeing a rally and maybe even an all-time high. I know it sounds like quite an ask, considering Kaspa's gone down to 7 cents, but we are 3 days into February. We've got 25 days left of February. 25 days left. And we've seen how quickly a price can jump. So you go from 11 cents down here to 15 cents in a week. So we could definitely see in 25 days Kaspa make a jump higher should we get the necessary catalysts, which I think we can do. So disabled margin trading pair for Kaspa, meaning you cannot leverage trade on CoinX anymore. Will they reactivate it? Again, we can't say for sure. They're going to disable it on the 10th of February, so you've got roughly 1 week until the trades are done. And this is the reaction from the market when you saw CoinX, this whole thing happen right here. Insane stuff, really. How massively this wallet has just dropped. 8 million Kaspa, gone down to 140,000. Somebody made a bag, and massive props to you. You made a heavy bag from this, but this is insane. And that's why CoinX are currently going through this whole ordeal. CoinX are currently in the mud. But Kaspa's still stronger than ever. And I highlight that again and again. Block rewards continue to reduce right now. The block rewards now for Kaspa has already occurred. Now it's down to $65 per Kaspa per reward. Nearly at 9% total mined. Next is 62. And then we've got this massive post here from Dalton, which again highlighted by Suhail, my man. Welcome and thank you very much for this leak here, which is a very, very big post. While nothing's got standout confirmation, it's all speculative. It's speculative, but there's a lot of trust me, bro, from this person here. But either way, should this be true, it's a very, very big deal for Kaspa and also for Kaspi, number 3 chaos token right here. So the TLDR from this post is ultimately Dalton here is highlighting that Kaspi is, in a very strong position. Similar to Shiba Inu, because Shiba Inu, when it first, was created, was birthed on Telegram. And then you had Shiba Swap that was created and launched with Telegram as well. Kaspi is doing a very similar thing. Ultimately, this post highlights that there are still massive things to come. Massive things to come. Not just for Kaspa, for Kaspi as well, but for Kaspa in particular, it highlights here. It's no secret, Binance will list Kaspa, and I've been saying that much for a while now. And they go on to talk about discussions and whatnot, and Chaos 20, all that sort of stuff. So hint. So early unofficial tips off from big tier 1 market makers and their exchange partners. What I can say from very trusted sources is that while I don't have a specific date, I've been told February is the month for Binance and Kaspa. Again, this is not confirmation because we haven't got an official name, a date, or nothing like that, but it's high speculative and a trust me bro source. But this is something that I have myself also been hoping and saying myself. I do think with the distribution period coming close to an end, and equally as well, thanks to this whole liquidation event, the volume for Kaspa spiked, reaching near, if not surpassing 500 million. 24-hour trading volume earlier. And as I highlighted time and time again, this high volume is a key catalyst to these tier 1 exchanges. They want to see an event catalyst. This while was mainly selling off, this was an event catalyst. 400 million volume is insane. And Binance could potentially choose to capitalize on this opportunity. Again, we'll have to wait and see. We see Bybit again, 13.5% of the volume, Mexi 16.4%, Gate 23 almost, and LBAG almost 20%. But the volume for Kaspa spiked up again. If it stays high, which I don't think it will, I think it'll come back down tomorrow, probably down to like 200, maybe even 150, when the whole, FUD deters again. But if it can stay high for a while, that could be a very key indicator. Maybe this was a sign or a thing that was orchestrated. Again, we saw Binance, sell hundreds of millions of crypto to Intermute to force capitulation. Maybe they did it as a strategy to force an event catalyst for Kaspa. Again, that's speculative. But they have the capital to do so, so I wouldn't surprise me either way. Point being is, I think Binance will happen this month. I've been saying that for, my first video I think I made at the beginning of this month. Actually, no, the first video I made, which was, these videos here, was all talk about the potential to potentially seeing a Binance listing happening in February. Based on the distribution period right now happening. There's also the belief that OKX will notoriously follow in suit after Binance, and like many other tier 1 exchanges, which I think is also very true as well. And the likes of Johnny's already confirmed that the KF in talks with American exchanges, so it could be the likes of Crypto.com. So again, we've seen leaks that I highlighted in my post yesterday as well. I made a post about this yesterday, or even a reply post about it yesterday, where I highlighted all the coincidences. This is from Crypto.com here, an American exchange, and Johnny made a post about that here. They're talking to American exchanges here. And they made 3 posts here that could be correlated to it being a Kaspa Green. They're leaking it. We've also seen other exchange, Binance leaking and OKX also making some form of hints and leaks. So for me, they will happen in due time. And the benefit will happen, and again, you've got to remember all the stuff already with Kaspa as well. Marathon, they have Kaspa. They're mining Kaspa. Grayscale have Kaspa listed as under evaluation consideration. We've got a Process administration, Paul Atkins. Apparently he's aware of Kaspa, which doesn't surprise me because he's a board member of Securitize, who's in partnership with Zodia, who's in partnership with Kaspa. So Kaspa is in still, while Kaspa, again, has come down heavily and people definitely are worried about it, fundamentally nothing's changed. If anything, we are stronger than ever because we've come back from this very strong, back up to 10 cents, 11 cents. And we've got, massive speculation that we could see some tier 1 listings happen this month, following 10 BPS coming very soon as well, and the smart contract and stablecoins, all that stuff as well. And this will be a key catalyst to bring the new money back into KRC20 as well, bringing more opportunities here as well. That'll be something I'll probably cover, about potentially getting to KRC20 around that time, because that's when all the money will come back. I put a post in my community from the Tangent Telegram, the Kango Telegram, where the developer from Kango, Raul, highlighted that Kraken will be getting KRC20 tokens very soon and listing KRC20, and apparently Kango's first in line. And also, apparently in the next one to 3 weeks from now, Binance will be interested in KRC20 as well after Kaspa listing. So there's already been some form of confirmation that in and around February we'll be seeing a listing for Binance, hopefully. And then we can see here as well from Kango, they highlighted as well that they've got a verbal agreement with the number 1 tier 1 crypto market maker ready to go with the allocated funds prepared. So they're preparing right now. They've got a verbal agreement from the number 1 tier 1 crypto market maker for a tier 1 listing coming to Kaspi. This is obviously a trust me, bro. I've got no sources of such, there's no confirmation of such. You've got to take it for a grain of salt. But what this post highlights is the potential massive alpha leaks of big exchange listings coming to Kaspa finally, and therefore also rolling through and going towards the KRC20 community as well, with new money coming in, seeing that these tokens finally get, resuscitated, coming back alive. Nacho probably saw them back up to 40 mil market cap, if not going higher. Kango going up above and competing with Nacho again. Kaspi following in suit. Kaspa Ghost. All these ones that have some real good solid foundation and a lot of volume. Like, you'll see it come back with new money coming through. And the best part is what you've got NFTs currently out as well. That could also help in stemming the bleeding, also help it go up more so. With new money coming in, they might get into NFTs as well. Kaspa.com highlights the Kaspa marketplace for NFTs as well. And we've got the likes of Nacho already past 40% of minting done. And there are many more NFTs out right now. So while the market has, capitulated again, it's been, again, it woke me up last night, and I was shocked. I wasn't, I wouldn't say I was emotional at all. I was a bit shocked, but I was like, damn. Well, I thought it'd come back. I didn't think it'd come back that heavy. I looked at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin's come back to 92k. Okay, that's what I thought would happen. Cool. And I saw Kaspa down to 7 cents. I was like, oh, what? Okay, that was not according to the script. So that was a definite shock. And of course, I spent my time researching why it happened. Of course, mainly the trade war, but also this as well. But at the same time, what we're seeing right now is still a lot of pro-crypto sentiment. Crypto's already come back to life, and Kaspa, while again it's going through its own ordeal itself, and a lot of manipulation of price come down, no support levels, that's why it came down so heavily. CoinEx again now have struck, they've lost all their, they've had to disable margin trading because they have no more. They have no more in their balance sheet for Kaspa. Kaspa's, it's getting more scarce, so its adoption is going to continue growing more and more. Some alpha leaks potential of some big exchanges like Binance and OKX and them lot starting to finally come through, which I think is possible on crypto.com as well. I think will come through in due time. And NFTs are out as well, and they're still being minted right now. So where do we see Kaspa going from here? We'll have to wait and see. Again, Kaspa right now is down almost 7%, about 10.7 cents. Kaspa could Kaspa could come down and start consolidating around this zone around here. Again, the levels of support below 10 cents is very, very vague. There's not enough of them, so it may come down heavier. It depends inherently on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin came down slowly, then Kaspa I don't think would have corrected so heavily. Because it was quite a severe and quick correction for Bitcoin, it caused all alts to get liquidated very, very quickly. And Kaspa in particular could have had no support below it. I think that we could still see some more downside for Kaspa, if I'm perfectly honest. Not financial advice, of course. But I think in the long term, I'm talking the next few months, and in particular, even just this month alone, I still think we'll see more upside for Kaspa. I still think we could hopefully see Binance this cycle, in this month even, and we'll hopefully see Kaspa try to make a push towards all-time highs again in February this month. We're going to see a lot more in terms of crypto. Again, I highlighted in my stream a while back information that I shared exclusively to the executives in this community here that I disclosed for the first time, and probably the only time disclosed publicly as well, documents from institutions like Meta, who is a federally funded research organization that basically just tells the president what they should be doing. And they told Trump, you need to get stablecoin and digital asset bills and legislation out in the first 90 days of your administration. He's currently only 2 weeks in. So he's still got a lot longer left to still get that out, but we're seeing how quickly it's been accelerated right now. When they come out, you'll see, likely, the crypto market saw more and more, but again, Japan, the yen's rallying, starting to rally against the dollar. These tariffs can have more downside as well, with more due to be coming as well. So all we've got to do is play reactionary. Right now in my community, we have halted the DGM unicorn trading because of how volatile it is and how quickly the messages are changing. We deem it safer for us to either just be looking at our long-term hidden gem picks and filling up those bags more so, because when they come down, I think they'll still come back up. And of course, Kaspa as well is one of those gems, or it's not really hidden. And we're just trying to build our knowledge right now to understand where the institutional sentiment of where they believe the market's going to go from here, so we can help them devise our own strategies. Because again, follow the money from the best strategy you can do. So we understand what they're doing, and then we can make our own strategies along that as well. So again, and don't make no mistake as well, the trading picks again, they will come back when the market's in a better position. MLG's just shot up. That's very interesting. Well, I mean, those who are still holding it, congratulations to you guys. I think this could be another hidden gem as well. This one, I'll make a public hidden gem post about this one, but this one I've been holding for a while. I think it's a hidden gem. It'll do very well. It's got a lot of big names behind it. But yeah, right now, these picks will come back when the market is in a less, PvP scenario. And the trading, again, the swing trading will also come back as well. Right now, the high volatility, we're just playing, we're holding stables and just playing the wait and see approach and learning more. That's the best we can do right now. And I'm filling my bags on the hidden gems we have in there because I think they'll come back stronger. Even with AI bleeding right now, I think AI is going to come back very, very strong because that's what we've seen. Again, documents highlighted in the community, institutional documents from KPMG as well, for example, they're highlighting the importance of AI. The AI projects are come back down right now because of the whole DeepSeek AI from China right now, and people are worried about it. But at the same time, AI is such a big factor. I think it's going to come back stronger. Again, if you want to know more about this, come join the executive community here. It's a 7-day free trial, and if you come join for free, and if you like what you see and you think we provide a lot more in there, that's worth your while, then by all means come sign up, because we're trying to maximize what we can understand and learn and gain from this community right here, and the money we're making from there, I'm putting it more into Kaspa, and I'm thankful that I've been able to do that. I've been able to buy this dip yesterday as a result of it. It was a disastrous situation, definitely, and I'm sure people got very shaken out by it, but fundamentally for Kaspa, nothing changed. This market still has the very same sentiment. The retail's panicking. Part of being logical is playing off retail sentiment. Understand that right now the market's very, very volatile, it's very shaky. I'm expecting the retail to still be panicking and see more downside. But at the same time, long-term side of things, I still see we're going to go higher from here. I really do. I went over through 3.3k Kaspa yesterday. If I had more cash, I would have bought 100k. Hey, if I could have sold my house there and then, I would have sold my house there and then got the cash from that and bought Kaspa. I'll tell you now. Because it was always going to come back up from there. Bought another 14k at 8 cents. Big up to you, Buffalo 3. I'd love to hear that. Is the power for Kaspa still relevant? Yes. It is, because it just follows the emission schedule. The power law is basically just... The power law... Plan K has a lot more deeper insight into the power law than I do. But to my understanding, the power law in a very TLDR sense is it's just price over time. It's the emission schedule for Kaspa. The power law basically just goes across in accordance to this. Obviously in the inverse. So... I think that, yes, it does still follow it. It's slightly skewed from it right now. If you go and check out the Power Law website, which is Rainbow Chart here. It's a bit skewed from it right now. It's massively below it. But we've seen it dip below before in the past. Kaspa will come back to it again and start going to the top again. So again, I think it's relevant, but for me, again, it's not the be-all and end-all indicator. It's an important indicator, but I also choose to understand and research more into the macro factors as well to help build my understanding of the market sentiment and then coincide that with my understanding of what Kaspa's building and where it can go from here. If that makes sense. Fortunately, I sold my alts and Kaspa for 1 week, but bought back Kaspa Thursday evening. You check CoinEx. It drove me crazy. I had to remove my trading view alarm. Yeah, that trading view alarm was was like a nuclear warning, honestly. And yeah, that sucks, my man. It does. The CoinEx thing effectively was just, we saw it capitulate down from 11 cents down to half a cent, and then bought back very, very quickly. They had 8 million Kaspa in their wallets, and now it's down to 140k, have nothing left, and as a result, therefore, they've now discontinued and disabled, or the delisting even, the margin trading, so you can't put leverage on Kaspa on CoinEx anymore. Which is crazy, very crazy. That's kind of what's happened right now. We can look at it right now. Do Kas USDT for CoinEx, which is here. You can see it came down. Look, that's ridiculous. Like, that is actually ridiculous how far it come down. But even then, right now, it's still back up to 10.8. So it's still recovered the same way it's done for USD. And it's still recovered, but it had an even further capitulation. And evidently now, someone who bought at the bottom has just taken everything from their holdings. I never sell Casper until $5, bought a 9 cents. I love to hit that quarter crawler, and that's similar to me as well. I'll be taking profits, of course. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'll be taking profits, of course, but yeah, I'm holding Casper long term as well. I'm still going to DC into it for the rest, basically for the rest of my life, just holding it more and more. Will that wick to 7 cent fill though? I mean, if those who got in down, people who did a wick at 7 cents exactly on, well, this is just US. This is the USD here is a combination of all exchanges. If you look at, Cash USD on like Kraken, for example, that didn't even go near. I went 7.7, so that wouldn't have filled. If you look at it for Bybit, they went closer as well, but didn't fill again. If you look at it for MEXC, that again didn't fill. But then, of course, if you go to CoinX, that would have definitely filled at 7 cents. So, will Casper come back down to 7 cents? Up for debate. I don't think it will. I think this was an anomaly where Casper crashed, and because it had no support below 10.9 cents, it came down heavier. But I think it was an anomaly. I don't think Casper is, naturally going to come down and retrace back down to 7 cents. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. But so far, Casper, for the most part, has always held very strong at 10 cents. And even now, after that flash crash, it's come back and above 10 cents again. Do you still believe we can get back to 10 cents or even lower? I bought all the way in December 2023 to October 2024. My average is 11.5 cents. I am really fed up, mate. Yeah, I don't blame you for being fed up at all. To answer your question, there's always a possibility of such we come back down. But I can't say for sure. Again, right now the market's in a lot of uncertainty. We've got the tariffs, the trade war ongoing. We've got the actual war ongoing. We've got the fact that Japanese yen carry trade is also in a predicament as well. But we also got a lot of pro-crypto policies and frameworks coming out as well. And Casper itself also has potentially some very, very big listings on the horizon. And again, with the volume now rallying back up to over 400 million, 24-hour, that could be an event catalyst for Binance. The frustration I completely get. But the reason why I'm personally not that frustrated with Casper in its price is because, again, not just even if I'm only holding this cycle right now, this cycle, from my belief, easily has another few months in it. Maybe up until November. Again, we'll have to wait and see, play it by ear. But it's got a few months in it. We've seen how quickly products can jump in a few months. I think Casper still has a lot more upside through it, and your average 11.5 cents is still very, very low compared to other people as well. But I'm holding Casper also for multiple markets, so I'm holding Casper till it reaches, $20, $30, $40, $100 to where I will end up being a millionaire. Because I'll keep DCing into it more and more and just keep building my capital up more and more. So I get you're fed up, but don't be emotional, man, be logical. And patience is the virtue. But again, understand nothing for Casper fundamentally has changed. We're still in a very strong position. So please say your prediction is still $2, mate. 100%, yeah, it still is. Again, we may not reach that, and I wouldn't be bothered either way because I'm holding it for multiple cycles. But for me, $2 to $4 is still my prediction. 50 billion market cap for me is still not too excessive. From here, there's about a 25x, which is a bit much, you could argue. But again, we've seen how quickly projects can jump in such a short span of time. And again, we haven't got the big tier ones yet. We've got Kraken, fantastic. We've got Bybit, fantastic. We've got BitGet, cool. We haven't got Binance and Coinbase and OKX. Big exchanges, we need them. Well, tell a lie. We don't need them, but retail thinks we need them. So, by that logic, therefore we need them. We've got grayscale ETFs. We've got institutions being here for the first time. Institutions can send Casper much higher. You've got stablecoins coming out. You've got smart contracts for Casper. KR will launch their projects with smart contracts coming out as well. You've got so much more coming. So I'm not, again, really worried at all. I still think $2 is still quite an achievement. Again, people say $1, people say even lower. Again, that's completely fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's why I say I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, trade your discretion. My own prediction is $2. I think it's achievable. At least this cycle. Andy A, today I bought 500 more Casper off the weekies. Big up to my man. Love to hear that. Keep filling that bag. 500 Casper is a very, very nice holding indeed. For 1 week, my PC has been running and CoinX opened for an opportunity last night. I cut everything and I missed the one damn. But I wonder if it was possible to buy at this price. Yeah, I mean, it was a whole ordeal. I always wondered if it was possible to buy Casper this cheap again, and I have to count myself very lucky that I've been able to buy Casper this cheap again. But I'll be hard to say, yeah, Wells just basically shook the tree and the retails fell out 100%. The big money just dumped everything. The dumping seemed to have from exchanges. Again, $8 to $10 billion was liquidated from the exchanges. And retail just suffered the consequence from it. Not sure why everyone is sweating about the short term with Kaspa. This crypto will explode just like Solana did in 2021. I believe there's a good possibility of such as well. I think it's a good possibility of such. What's up, Dodge? Hey Jay, could you look at the Discord general channel? I posted a chart from CoinEx Kaspa USD going almost to zero, and not even a day later they are planning to delist. Thoughts? Really weird, to be honest. Yeah, I already covered this, Dodge. I made a post about it yourself in the community. So basically, we saw already on CoinEx's chart that it came down almost to zero. Where's CoinEx? Am I blind? Where's am I blind? Am I actually blind? I just saw. There it is. So we've got CoinEx. It almost came down to zero, so 0.5 cent, which is crazy. Which is also highlighted in this post here. We saw they had 8 million Kaspa, and now it's gone down to 140 Kaspa. They have no more. They have no more in there, because again, exchanges need to have accumulated enough Kaspa or of the token to list it. They had 8 million tokens of Kaspa. Now they have 140k left. They have nothing left. That's not sufficient enough to be able to list a project properly. And as it stands right now, I've not seen them saying they're delisting Kaspa, but they are stopping the margin trading. They're stopping people to be able to actually put leverage and make more or make less again. So they stopped the margin trading so far. I haven't seen them say they're delisting Kaspa, but they're delisting the margin trading. Meaning you can't put a 5x or 10x leverage on Kaspa to make more money quicker with smaller capital. Because they haven't got enough in their reserves to do so anymore. They'll have to start accumulating more again, I'm sure, otherwise they're going to be screwed. That's basically just what happened. Now's the best time to buy Kaspa. I agree, my man. With institutional investors, you get institutional games like pump and dump, monopoly and poker. Just hold and sell high. I mean, yeah, it's easier said than done, but that is effectively the name of the game. You know, just try and follow the markets, follow the money, and do as you can do. Reporting for duty. Great to have you back, Mr. Miles. Hope you're doing very, very well. Out of the basement, I'm sure. Binance could also be waiting for 10 PPS. Potentially, yes. And I do think that's a possibility, but I'm hopeful again that it could be just this month, February. A lot of people getting shaken out, yes, as always. But again, we here have conviction of what we're holding. We know what Kaspa's about. We understand the significance of these macro factors and what it can mean for the market. And again, the people in the executive community understand even more so what's to come for the market. I understand that Kaspa, while it's gone through a heavy correction, crash, and it's, you know, everyone's worried about it, still nothing's changed. We're still very, very strong. And there's still a lot more coming back for crypto again even in the short term, the next few months again. Executives know a lot more about that than we all do. If you say Kaspa will hit $5 until you sell, you won't be sell. I won't sell neither, and will hold. Oh, for those two. Okay, I mean, yeah, Kaspa could reach. I mean, $5 for me for Kaspa seems a bit heavy this cycle. $125 billion market cap. Not saying it's not possible, but I think it's a bit much. But we could see it. Politics really effed us up hard. I mean, yeah, he's doing the most right now. Which yeah, it's I don't really have a two cents on it. It's like maybe it fixes things, but yeah, it's causing a lot of panic right now. People aren't happy with it. People don't like change. We are getting 3 to 1 listings plus WPS. You're going to need to buy toilet paper after your parents watching Kaspa blast off. Pretty much. I mean, we are going to get Binance in this cycle. We'll get OKX this cycle. We'll get Gemini this cycle. We'll get Crypto.com. We might get Coinbase. We'll have to wait and see. But then you've got TPS, you've got smart contract, you've got stablecoins, all that stuff coming for Kaspa this cycle. Institutional adoption and ETFs. Kaspa will do very well. We need the quantitative easing or rate cuts or something, no income, or maybe no income tax, just something expansionary. Well, the reason Trump says he's doing these tariffs is to make sure there is no income tax on Americans. Now, whether it comes to fruition or not, we don't know, but that's what he's trying to do. The QE and rate cuts won't happen for a while. I don't think we'll get any more rate cuts until Q3, probably. Again, I could be wrong, but with these tariffs right now and inflation rising, I don't think the Fed can really do that now. QE, we'll have to wait and see. Hopeful we'll get QE, but I doubt. I don't even know when. I don't know when. I heard that there's a new mystery number 1213 who is buying Kaspa since November 2024. Can you check, please? Yes, we can. Well, I'll copy that one first and have a look. This is from June, and it's been not really. It bought a crap ton, sold a little bit, and then been buying some slowly. 13. Yeah, okay, so this is a 13 here. So yeah, it bought its first amount in November 20th. It bought about 50 mil worth, 45 mil worth of Kaspa, and it's been buying seemingly every like 3 days or so, similarly to what Binance is, or the number 5 wallet is doing. So that is very interesting. The portion we're seeing it being bought does seem to be coinciding with that of an exchange. I like to believe, at least. Maybe it's Binance, OKX, or Crypto.com. We'll have to wait and see. After Binance listing, we are going to get that Asian dollar. US politics will have less effect. Yeah, I mean, potentially, but also because the United States is the biggest financial market, I think US politics will have a big effect no matter what. Because again, this crash, while US politics was definitely a part to play in it, again, Binance were the ones that sent hundreds of millions of crypto to Intermute to force capitulation. So actually, Binance was part of the main reason why the market crashed, alongside Trump's politics. Exchanges are basically just... Trump was the catalyst, but exchanges just kind of amplified it. At the end of the day, these are all insider circles talking to each other. So I don't think Binance will stop Kaspa from crashing more, so if it happens again, it might even be worse for Binance. We don't know. Binance will be good for Kaspa, though, in general. And yeah, I do see that post from Mila. Yeah, I mean, I do think that Trump can be... Trump's a... Yeah, again, I don't want to get too political. Obviously, I'll talk about the politics in here because it's important to understand the macro, but I don't want to put I don't want to make a too opinionated point here, just in case, I have... in my family, they don't like Trump. Me, I choose to remain neutral on all political matters because, again, it's just a whole can of worms I just don't want to open up. I have positive outlooks on Trump and negative ones. Do I think it would be better Kamala Harris? Possibly. Again, we couldn't say for sure. I hope Binance will list Kaspa during such a severe crash. Let's wait until 10 BPS and the market recovery if it happens. I do. Again, seemingly there's a lot of speculation we can see Binance happen this month. According to this individual's trusted sources, again, we don't know who it is, so it's a trust me bro thing, but I've been saying myself, I think February's a decent month for Binance either way, and this could be a good event catalyst for Binance and Kaspa. When do you think is the best time to sell Kaspa so we can buy on the bear market? Reactionary, my man. You've got to play reactionary. That's all I can say. Because there's I can't give you a time right now because we don't know when the market top's going to be. And we don't know when Kaspa's going to be topped either. Bitcoin might reach a top in November and Kaspa reach it in December. We just don't know. Or we could just play it by ear. So if you keep tuning in every single day, my man, to the streams, also join the community, you'll probably find out firsthand beforehand the ideas that we have on, potential market sentiment and top and whatnot. And those who are part of the executives here will find out firsthand before everybody else my ideal time to, take profits on certain projects, to DC into other projects, whatever it may be as well, to learn more about the space. 75 likes for our main caged. Yeah, so as Mr. Miles says, if you don't like the video, he's going to be kept in the basement forever. Hashtag free Miles. I did a 10x on $350, average price of 7.8 cents. Mad. Love to hear that, Tony. You're doing very, very well with that. That exchange is definitely crying. Get plugged in, smash the like buttons, lurkers. You know it, quarter caller. If you love these videos, these streams, we're doing these streams daily, 187 days in a row. That's insane. Over 6 months straight of streaming during Christmas, during New Year's, during these crashes, being here every day. If you do the stream, leave a like, share with subscribe for more, you know the deal. It's pretty nice if the exchanges got wrecked. It means that they have to buy more later. It does. And it might also help pump the price of Kaspa up higher because it means they have to buy more probably more, especially if Binance is listing very soon, they have to buy quickly because they have to make sure they have the capital to, offer Kaspa as a listing, as a, trading pair. So if Binance lists tomorrow, let's just say, argument's sake, Coindex have to buy a lot very, very quickly if they're going to miss out. So you could see a massive surge. Only $50 billion, Kaspa is just better or the best. I mean, only 50 billion is a conservative prediction for me. I think Kaspa could do a lot better in the long term, definitely, but at least in the immediate short term, $2 Kaspa, 50 billion market, I think is just a very safe bet. But you have to wait and see. Because whereas I do compare to like Solana and Cardano, which did jump to like 80 and 95 billion respectively, they also were around 10 billion at the time. Kaspa's not reached 10 billion yet. Don't even reach 5 billion yet. Actually, it has once. Yeah, almost reached 5 billion there. So Kaspa's not even reached 5 billion yet. So until we reach that, I can't say for sure we can even reach 100 billion doing a, they did an 8 and 9x. Kaspa doing a 20x is insane. And I think it's impossible, but it's asking for a lot right now. We need to see, a lot more growth very soon. Every time I see a serious crash, I remember that every massive run in crypto market was preceded with such a crash. Yeah, and you're completely right. I mean, again, if we highlighted the 2017 post, which I highlighted in the past about the market and how it looks quite similar right now, we can see even here in this chart, we saw a massive pullback, arguably therefore a crash, in and around the same period of time right now. And even then later on the cycle, you'll still see more pullback. You'll see more crashes later on the cycle. A cycle is not going to just be going up and up. You'll see ups and downs. Right now we saw a massive crash. We saw a lot of liquidation, but the market's already recovered because of about 100k again. So the market is not by any means in a bad position. Also kind of bleeding, Kaspa's bleeding, but the bandage has already been put on right now. The first aid's been done. I guess this severe crush gives Kaspa time to reach milestones. Yes, and that's why I'm also happy. That's why I made a stream yesterday about did Trump save Kaspa, because what he's doing right now is causing a lot of market uncertainty and a lot of pullbacks and crashes and this dilemma right now, but it means that the market's going to be staying at these low prices for longer. Giving Kaspa more time to release their major milestones and their developments to catch the market and go up higher when the market starts pumping. Exactly what do you need to fight debt? Lower interest rates and money printing? Well, if you've got, lower interest rates will fight debt, yes, and money printing. But it has the money printing will have a short-term effect, but cause more long-standing issues. But yeah, it's like, fighting debt, lower interest rates and money printing would do that, but they're short-term solutions. Because again, it will just come back and bite them back worse. And even look, crypto, that's not how you kick the can down the road and open a credit card to pay your mortgage. That's how you get into a mess in the first place. So the way to fight debt is, as you stated here, but it's a short-term solution and causes more problems long-term. And arguably, yes, as Chris highlighted here, investing in good currencies like Bitcoin and Kaspa could solve this whole debt situation. What makes you think the bull market has mere months left? Traditional cycles? I think the move we've seen through is not a typical cycle. I highlighted the term months as just as a time frame. No one can say for sure how much longer we have in this cycle. It could be 2-3 months. It could be till December. It could even be going beyond 2025. Because there's still a lot of institutional adoption that's still not here yet. It's going to be coming through with regulatory clarity. That's going to be coming and implemented in the next few months. Again, we have to play it by ear. That's all we can really do right now. I think we do have... I still think, I want to say right now, the market is looking closer and closer to like 2017, so we'll see it peaking around November, December. It depends on when you get Bitcoin Reserve. It depends on what we see with crypto. It depends also on the tariffs. Like, there's so many macro factors that will affect the markets as well. A Bitcoin Reserve, if you'd asked me that in like when Trump was first elected, if we got a Bitcoin Reserve in January, I would have said, yeah, market top is going to be in Q1. But we didn't get a Bitcoin reserve that early, understandably. And we also now got tariffs that are causing market uncertainty. So now it's seemingly, causing a lot of stagnation in the market. So it may take longer. And hopefully will, because I could cut some more time to start building as well. But this is definitely not typical cycle either. I agree with you, because again, institutions are here for the first time ever. More money. The fact that we're sitting at 100k Bitcoin and we're being scared about the market going down is crazy. At 100k Bitcoin, people are worried about it. It's not a typical market at all. We've got a lot more to come. To withdraw my coin next, Kaspa, I have to go through the app and authorized by exchange site. It was off for more than 1 hour on the site. I wait to see if I receive. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, DD. I know people on CoinEx are struggling right now. Someone also asked, Cheeky Ninja, my man, also did ask if people are struggling to get on CoinEx. I did try to log into CoinEx myself, and I couldn't get in anyway. So right now the whole website just seemed to have gone down. It's a whole, they're just struggling right now, and that's not a good thing at all. A lot of exchanges seemingly got screwed over with this whole crash. Exec, CoinEx, and I'm sure many more as well. Be very, very wary, family. It might get worse before it gets better, but long-term side, I think we're still good in for a lot more upside. So just keep learning, guys. Keep learning. There's a lot more to come, guys. Yeah, and as Mila says here as well, can't trust exchanges, hardware wallet, or cold storage, just to save the place. Safest things you can do, really. But with that being said, thank you everyone once more for watching today's stream. If you enjoy, as always, please leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. If you want to know more about crypto and other market centers, again, go check out the free community. And if you want to be even more locked in, then by all means, please go and check out the What page, where we're trying to maximize the benefits from crypto, trying to get ahead of the game. And we're going to try our best to, right now, we already understand, despite this correction, what's come for the cycle is still very, very bullish, so we are not worried at all. And we'll be seeing a lot more picks coming through very, very soon. So if you want to, again, maximize and learn more, the What page will provide here. Come check it out. Links in the description chat, also on my homepage. And yeah, tomorrow will be another day. Hopefully see Kas start to rally again. Hopefully Binance come very, very soon. Quantum would have been terrible for crypto. I mean, yeah, again, we can't say for sure what Quantum would have done. I think in the long-term side of things, it wouldn't matter who won. We still would have gone Bitcoin going up. But in the short term, being from the election being in November here, Quantum would not have caused, from here, Quantum would not have caused this for Bitcoin. Quantum might have caused it to still be hovering in around this region here, but Trump's caused it to go up here earlier. Anyways, thank you all for watching once more. Have a great day, good evening, and good night, and I'll see you all